All right, roll off the music there. We got a guest waiting in the virtual green room today. Welcome back, everybody. Co-Video Live TV episode 41. Welcome to the show. Got some announcements about the show coming up later. For the safety of my guests, let's do a quick temporal scan and make sure. 99.6, it's climbed a bit since I went up. Why? Because it's hot. It's the first time I'm wearing shorts in the studio. It gets hot in here. Not the lights. They're LED, low heat. But the some of this gear and the monitors get kind of hot. Little inside information for you. I got a guest in the virtual green room. I'm talking fast because his battery's running out, and I want to get every minute that we can in with him. Let me turn up his volume and bring in my good friend, Ken Finke. What's up, Ken?
Hey, Ronnie. How you doing?
Doing well. Let me take a quick look around and make sure everything's cool here. All right, we are on. Anything you want to say to the world? This is the World Wide Web, Ken. Is there something you want to get off your chest or out of the way right away?
We don't have enough time or battery power for that.
Exactly. Where are you checking in from today?
I'm out on my hunting property in Gary, out on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Been fighting the water. Everything was going good up until yesterday when we got my rain gauge between over 24-hour time frame. I had 3.5 inches rain. So everything I planted is underwater right now. So hopefully it drains and we don't get all that rain on Sunday.
What kind of
The
stuff?
life of a farmer.
I get. I didn't know. I never imagined. I never imagined what Kenny Finke would be a farmer. What are you planting to attract what exactly? Two-part question.
I plant sunflowers for doves, and then corn for ducks and geese and deer.
Gotcha. And which season is the closest to us? What's the first one in the fall? Waterfowl? Different waterfowl season?
Dove season, September 1st. So that's why it's real important. I'm dealing with the time frame. I'm at the very end of being able to get my sunflowers in now because it's a 100-day maturation time for them. So they have to be growing and dead before season starts. And I'm getting right to the point of it's going to be too late if they don't. If I lose these, it's too late. So then I go to Plan B, which is normal with farming. Plan B, option B, C, D. You just go through them. You roll with the punches. Mother Nature, you can't control.
Wow, you've spoken like a true farmer. Hey, in these early stages, you do have some birds that come in and try and mess up everything that you're doing. Are you making use of scarecrows or something out there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have. I took a couple of my wife Pam's decorations, autumn decorations, and I put them out in the field to try and keep these geese out of what will hopefully make it, keep them from eating it.
Right.
So
yep.
Hopefully she doesn't see this.
Well,
A couple of them already fell in the mud.
Mistake number one, Ken. This says worldwide reach. Again, I tried to say it at the beginning. Anything you say is going to be out there for everyone to see. Cannot be deleted.
Believe me, it's not the first time I've been incriminated myself.
Right. Or me. You said, what are we going to talk about? We could talk about, I don't know, college or Purdue. I said, nah.
I don't think we should.
No, we'll leave that for another show.
We have kids. We have kids that we don't want them to hear this stuff right now.
On my deathbed, maybe, perhaps. Hey, speaking of fishing and kids, my son Mitchell's getting into fishing now. He's got a little cheap pole or whatever, and he's out getting the line wet in whatever ponds or whatever he can find. So I told him a lot of my friends go. I really don't, but I've got a lot of people who can teach you some things. You on board with maybe giving him a hand?
Come on out. There's plenty of places to go.
Right, just as long as he doesn't have his first bush light with Uncle Kenny.
Well, I'm sorry. That's what the property is sponsored by.
I didn't know there was money trading hands. Hey, speaking of hunting and fishing, something that we both wanted to get to, and hopefully he is watching or will be watching, is our good friend Jim Phillips, right?
Yes.
Jim contracted the disease from COVID-19, whatever, or is the disease? No, you get the COVID-19 virus and you get the disease. He got it. He got it bad. He spent a good month in ICU. It was only a matter of days that he's been out at a long-term care facility, right? And you had some good news. You actually, tell me the good news you heard today.
Yeah, I actually, he gave me a call today. I sent him a text message. I talked to Kate, his wife, the other day, and found out, hey, can he even accept? Is he capable of getting text messages? And she said yes, but I mean, you can't bombard him with the stuff, so I didn't want to overwhelm him. I sent him a little bit of stuff, and then he actually called me today before I came over here, I was at a rental property working on it, and he gave me a call, and I turned down the radio, and I mean, we had like a 20-minute talk. It was wonderful. Because the last time I talked to him, it was his first day in ICU. That was in April 3rd, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much just hung up on me. He couldn't talk anymore. He was out of it. You know, I mean, he was delirious. And all of a sudden, I'm just talking to myself on the phone, and I'm like, oh, I guess he hung up. And that was the last time I talked to him. And there's been a lot more downs than ups. And finally, things started progressing. He really fought back and battled through it, and just like he's always. And he made it. And he's got fast, you know, where I guess they're drag racing down the road. I don't know if you can hear that.
I hear more of the birds than the cars right now.
He beat it right now. He's still got a long ways to go, a lot of rehab. But I actually talked to him today, and it was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I've heard his voice in, you know, a month and a couple weeks. So, I mean, you know, a couple weeks ago, we didn't know if he was going to make it.
True.
I mean, you know, he was getting better slowly. You know, he's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back some days, but he kept fighting it and got better. And I talked to him today, and that's wonderful. He's in a rehab facility. He's out of ICU, transferred out of the hospital. He's up at a rehab facility. He'll be there for a couple weeks, and then transfer to another rehab facility, and hopefully get home soon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
You know, talking to him today, you know, he understood what was going on. He had his faculties. We talked about, you know, hey, you got to get your stuff together, man. Hunt season's only a couple months away, and I'm trying to get things in place where it's easy for him to get out and you know, we can get him in the field.
I hope so.
Because that's what he loves.
Hope he's got the arm strength to accurately sight a gun, because I don't know if I want to be around if that isn't clarified first.
Oh, we'll be good.
Right. I hope so. Yeah, I understand that he still has the trach tube in, which is helping him breathe. Though he's off a ventilator, but from what I understand. But
well, actually, he still is on the ventilator, but for they determine how much time he needs to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on it according to what they say, but he is off it for a substantial amount of time. While he's off it, he's able to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Through his trach. They put there's a device, I don't know what it's called. It creates back pressure on his trach tube, and so then he can actually speak.
Someday.
So when he's on his ventilator, he can't talk.
I'm looking forward to having him on as a guest. Then maybe he could remotely call just by audio only.
He looks
or
like
something.
Grizzly Adams right now.
Really?
I told him, yeah. I've never seen. I mean, I grew up with this guy. I mean, we went to grade school together and high school. I lived together in college, everything, you know. And you know, I've never seen the guy with a beard, and he's got a beard right now. It's hilarious. And I sent him a message this morning. I go, you look like a mountain man or a NHL defenseman making a run for the cup.
Right. Can he skate backwards? Do you know?
What's that?
Can he skate backwards? Do you know?
Can he?
Yeah.
Maybe on accident.
I'm not sure. Last time I saw him was maybe in person. Could have been maybe the Great Lakes Cafe over there outside of U.S. Steel by the Tennessee.
I've had lunch with him there.
All right, the pork chop lunch. I'm looking forward to having that with him someday soon.
Absolutely. It's you know, in this whole coronavirus thing, you know, it never really hit home until all of a sudden I got a best friend that is on his possible deathbed.
True. Uh-oh. Ken, are you locked up? I think, wow, what a way to end. Let me throw the guest out and see if he shows up again. I'm not sure if he's going to. I think Ken finally lost his battery there. Interesting what he said. He said it puts the whole thing in perspective when you have a friend who's gravely ill. And we all weren't sure. We were getting the updates from his wife, Kate. We weren't really sure if he was going to pull through, but he has. We're happy that he has. I'm glad that Ken's battery lasted long enough for us to at least get some of that discussion in. Jim, I hope if you are watching now or if you're watching in the future, that Ken would finish his appearance with best best wishes for you and your continued recovery. Yeah, Ken is completely gone from the Zoom meeting here. So what I'm going to do is roll up the logo, go to our second guest, hang in there. We will be right back. Okay, and we are back. Yeah, I don't have my phone on to get a message from Ken. I presume it was his battery that died out. I hope nothing, nothing unfortunate befell him. All right, we've got our second guest queued up. Brad, in case you missed it, I'm going to just make sure for your comfort. I know you're a little hypochondriac, but there we go. 99.8. I am climbing as this room gets hotter. I got to open up a window, but then the trains will be going by and the rain will be sounding. So without further ado, this is a very special guest joining us today. We'll give a nice co-video live TV welcome to our first three-peat, third-time guest, Brad Kleinschmidt. Hello, Brad.
Hey, man, three-peat. I kind of feel like the jockstrap collector in the 1990s three-peat Chicago Bulls run.
That's right. The dream team. What do you mean that you're coming on last, or you're on my final episode? This is not the final episode. The rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Has the funding been approved?
We're going to be doing a telethon all weekend long. Yeah, so keep your phone close by. You may be getting a robocall.
You got my beeper, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, 7743. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it starts with 555. But Rod, I think it would be really bad if I didn't start this out with doing a little something special for you.
Did we approve this? Go ahead. You missed my birthday. Lay it on me.
Happy birthday to Ron. Happy birthday to Ron. Happy birthday, Mr. Smolin. Happy birthday to you.
Did a little 52 yesterday. I did a little cake thing, and there was no blowing out of the candles. It was a quick lick of the fingers and pinch of the wicks, and out they went. Was so distracted by not coughing, breathing, spitting, expectorating, whatever, onto the cake, I forgot to make a wish. So I got 1 year without a wish there. We'll see. But if I had wished, it would probably be for one of my favorite guests to come on for the third time. Thanks for answering the call, rising to the challenge.
Absolutely. I wasn't really doing anything, Rod, but I'm here for you, whatever I'm doing.
You're supposed to say, I put aside everything. I was supposed to be meeting with the governor or something like that. Are you still having your daily meetings with the governor?
I'm calling, but he's not answering. So I'm leaving a lot of messages, and something went wrong in our relationship. I'm not really sure what happened, but
I think the closest you've ever gotten to the governor was the governor on your moped when you were 15. Kept you under 20 miles an hour.
My Gorelli.
Gorelli, yes, I think.
Yes.
I think I used that joke last time. Son of a gun.
What's that?
I think I used that joke last time when you were on. I got to go back and review the tape here. Welcome to episode 41, though, Brad. What's changed? What's been going on with you?
Man, work is slowly picking up. That's kind of a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Refresh our memories on what you do on a day-to-day.
I work in radio and TV. So I actually work at a radio group right now. So I do sales. Mm-hmm. So needless to say, a commission sales job has been rough the last couple of months. Mm-hmm. So, and add the music on top of that makes a little bit more tough, but all is good. And hopefully it looks like music could potentially open up in mid-June, but we'll see. It's a wait and see kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no definite date set for that, or it's going to be dependent on the establishments, or is it the number of people? How are you seeing it?
Yeah, it's totally dependent on the establishment, and yeah, they'll be working at I don't know if it's a 75% capacity by mid-June, and then but that's when they in the outline that live entertainment is okay to do if it's blessed by the restaurant or bar owner. So we'll see.
I wonder if the rules will be different or bent if it's outside, because I understand the greatest risk of acquiring it, the virus, would be in a closed space where people are coughing and breathing. So I wonder if they'll give a little more leeway to beer gardens or outdoor areas, right? You played at places like that, right?
Yeah.
As the weather.
I'm more than willing to do that.
Right.
If the calls come in.
Just as long as they said, what would the contract be? It would be a certain number of drinks, a couple of squirts of the bug spray, and 10% of the door.
Yeah, that would be great.
You need an agent?
Or you know what? Or a small fun pack of lemon heads and call it a day.
If you're doing well, they'll bring the citronella candle a little bit closer to you.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't need malaria on top of the COVID thing, right?
No kidding. No kidding.
Or the West Nile.
Not that. Did you get a ton of rain down there yesterday?
It's been on and off.
It
like literally like the floodgates open up for like 10 minutes and then it stops for hours and then it repeats after goes in like phases, but we're supposed to get the next splash tonight while we sleep, I guess.
Just enough time for you to scurry up to the roof and empty the gutters. It seemed the last 2 times we talked about gutters, and I figure it would only be right to go there one more time.
I did. It's so funny that you said that. I did that on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. Oh yeah. Yep.
Please, can you please look into one of the products that keeps you off the roof? I want you to be my first returning 4-time guest, please.
Yeah, maybe I should look into Leaf Guard. Is Leaf Guard one of those things?
I'm not going to name any because I'm not. None are sponsored by us right now. But if something works out for you, please feel free to share it. Feel free.
But yes, I guess we have talked about the gutters because the gutters we've been getting closer over these past couple of months.
That's right.
But that's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey, I have on a serious note. Let me go serious on you. I've heard this over and over, and it just hit me the other day. We're all in this together, but on a greater scale, on a higher level, aren't we really all in this together every day, regardless of the COVID-19? Your thoughts?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to think that every day we should be working together than working separately or apart. You know, I think it just kind of works out better for everybody if we do that.
All right. You want to tiptoe into current state of affairs with opening up of economy? I know you're eager to get out and playing, but what's your gut telling you?
I'm nervous. I don't think it's gonna. I think there's gonna be some consumer fright of going out and spending their dough initially. So I think it's gonna be a slow drip. I think. Mm-hmm. I hope it not, but I don't know. I feel for everybody a lot of the restaurant, restaurants that won't open, all the people that, in that service line of work that won't have those jobs coming back. And it's craziness. I just saw an article today or a story today, which was, I didn't even really think about it. I should have, given what I love to do on the side, but, like all these tours, like thousands of like roadies and light guys and sound guys and stage hands and these huge tours that aren't happening. Mm-hmm. Like all these guys don't have anywhere to, I don't know if they jump on the circus trade or what they do.
The carnivals are off, so honestly, so it's hard hit. Yeah. I don't know how long that's going to be a while. You're right. Before consumer spending comes back. Everyone's eager to get out and support their local restaurants and such, but it's going to take a while to crank things back up. I hope it happens sooner than later. So you mentioned the business picking up. So as much as you're willing to mention or talk, advertising. These are companies that were holding back on spending or afraid to give the wrong message, or what kind of insight do you have there? Because you're working in ads, right?
Yeah. So like I think the automotive guys are, the brands obviously you're always seeing on TV still, but I think some of the local dealers were shy to spend, especially in April when things shut down. A lot of them kind of cut things at the tail end of March, but I feel like May is sort of, there's hope. There's a lot of spending in that category, so I feel like May is kind of like there's a lot more talking about coming active again. Mm-hmm. So that's a great thing for my business. Mm-hmm. And then
food.
Yeah, just
restaurants that have hard to advertise when you can't open the doors, or unless they're really pushing the carry out and takeout.
Yeah, actually I have a couple of people who who push the carry out and shortened their spend, if you will, but but they're slowly coming back as well. So it's I see signs of it. It's not full steam by no means, but in the last week specifically, it's picked up a lot. I mean, it was like crickets as you would imagine for like the last 6-7 weeks of it, which was pretty depressing. But
I'm involved in sales, commission sales as well as a manufacturer's representative. So economic activity affects us as well, and we may not see that impact for weeks or months. We'll see. We'll see. Hear the phrases. You're in advertising. I will be glad when ads do not have unprecedented, challenging, and uncertain times in there, right?
Exactly.
If those words disappear from advertisements, if you have anything to do with that, you're welcome to come on the show anytime. In fact, I'll turn over the keys to you, and it could be your show.
I actually work with a guy that said, if I hear anybody walk into this building and say the word unprecedented, I'm going to beat you senselessly.
You were going to, or the speaker
anyone.
would?
He said, I don't care who it is. If any employee of this place walks in and talks about this as being unprecedented one more time, I'm going to beat them down to the ground. I found that really funny.
He just made it to the top of the list of potential people to lay off when things get a little worse.
Exactly.
Don't name any names. Don't even name the office. Drop it. Pretend you didn't hear it. Hey, what tuning did you use for that little birthday ditty there? I thought it was a little different. Was it something different?
Oh, it was just.
No, I thought I'm messing with you.
G, D, and C. I just threw three of the easy ones at you.
3 of the happiest chords in the world.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, didn't it make you feel like a little buzzed?
A little flashback. It was unprecedented because I had just had my birthday yesterday. What a nice ploy. I get it.
Yeah. So do you feel any older that you're 52 now? I mean, or do you feel like you got a little spring to the old step?
Besides needing a haircut, I'm feeling pretty damn good. Yeah.
Yeah, your hair. I mean, your hair looks like it's coming in pretty good.
Well, you can't see it against the black background, but right about here, it looks like a couple of horns.
Okay.
Some sort of.
Do you tie it up in the back? Do you do some kind of braid or anything? I'm
threatening the professorial pony with my tweed jacket with the patches on the elbows. That may be my retirement look.
I would love, man. That count me in. I want. If you got membership jackets, I want one.
It could be. It could be a pretty low pony. It could be mostly neck hair just going out the back.
Hey, neck hair counts if you let it go long enough, right?
Hey, man, who's going to question me if I make it to be that old? Hey, speaking of being very old, was your Grandma Kleinschmidt, or Grandma, what was the name there? It was a funny name. What was the nickname? Mickey.
Yeah.
Grandma Mickey.
Grandma Mickey.
How's she doing?
She's doing good, man. She's, my mom's visiting her through panes of glass. You know how you have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of tough, just the communication. I mean, at 101, you can't really hear that well. And then you add a pane of glass. And then, when, God bless her. I mean, she's 101, so she has some dementia, which stinks. So it's just tough conversation. So she just kind of smiles. And I think if she sees faces that she kind of recognizes, that keeps her going in the short term, So, but she's She's doing great. It's amazing. I mean,
Good.
It's honestly amazing. I don't know if I want to live that long.
Said wait until you're 100. I'll ask you what.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a fair question. That is yeah.
Where's my pen? I used to have it here. All right, got it. Duly noted. Brad does not want to live to be 101. Right.
Yeah.
So have you heard?
What else is going on?
We are here. We're just keeping our heads above water, making a wave when we can.
Yeah.
Temporary layoffs, easy credit ripoffs, good times. What has been going on? A big question around here with Tammy, my wife, your classmate, as an educator. What would be happening in August, September? Will schools be starting? Will they be? That's the next thing to wonder. We're trying to make summer vacation plans to make up for a spring break that didn't happen, which was right at the onset of it. We were supposed to be out in the end of March. That didn't happen. The airlines have been cooperative. Southwest, I mentioned them. Send me something, and we're looking for something a little closer by. How about you? You got any kind of vacation plans? Able to squeeze something in?
I'm gonna try to do something in October,
Mm-hmm.
in that fall breakish time. But
Right.
just one of those things. I know that right now with the school thing, they're talking about either full blown pie in the sky is that it would go back resume as normal, which seems like a pie in the sky dream. And then they're also talking about doing shifts, keeping the numbers low and having some students go in the morning and then some go in the afternoon. And then there was talk of starting the way it is right now with e-learning to begin with, which is brutal in this household.
Take a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is it wrapping up for you? 'Cause, my kids are done. Mitch's last day was today, and they call it a study hall week, so it actually ends next Friday. Cassie's done about the same time too with Lake Central. What's the Yorkville looking like?
The old Yorktown.
Yorktown.
Today was the last day. They have through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. to turn in extra assignments if they want. So they're giving them kind of the weekend to cram everything in if they haven't done it and call it a day. It's done. But
hopefully we will be able to get the kids back to school soon, for my sake and yours. My kids go to a school, and my daughter goes to high school, public school. We're finally getting our money out of the property, getting our value out of the property taxes. My son has got one more year to finish up at St. Michael's School. And if they're not going back, I just wonder, if it's going to be impacting. My sister-in-law teaches at a Catholic school as well, and they're wondering about the people who are going to be coming back. I haven't seen signs of it yet. Those people signing up or making decisions whether to return would be a little bit into the middle of summer, but we got our fingers crossed that things continue.
I know my nephew goes to Purdue, and I'm sure you've heard Mitch Daniels saying that they're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said that and I think maybe I heard that the undergraduates were going to be moved back in the same time, same as normal. And I think maybe the graduate students have the option from doing, online, the older student population has an option of doing distance learning rather than actually being on campus. So it'll be interesting.
Interesting. Unprecedented times, Brad. Hey, I look forward to the time where I am able to see you live and actually, see you in person, touch you, hug you maybe. But in the meantime, you got your guitar with you, so you wanted to, I want you to play a song. You got something you can close the show with for us?
Yeah, I'll just do an edited snippet of a new song that I recorded at the end of this past year. It's called Secrets.
Right, hang on. Let me try something here before you get into it. Because we were going to try something that goes like this. All right, yeah.
That's really sexy. I mean, not the guy. Great. Okay. Never took these things for granted. Talk to myself in my sleep. The arms wrap around my wounded heart. Hold my breath for a new start. One last breath, security. If this love rains upon my heart, we will take the trust the angels in every corner. Find the booze inside my brain. 'Cause the demons in the distance leave the secrets for dead. For dead. For dead.
All right, let me just make one quick adjustment to you, get you back where you belong. Hi, nice. That worked out well. That is Brad Kleinschmidt. What's the name of that one, Brad?
That one's called Secrets.
Secrets. It is coming to you through the hi-fi lo-fi of a phone, a Samsung phone, right? Well done. Well played. One acoustic, unamplified acoustic guitar, no microphone. That turned out pretty well. Brad.
This is iPhone 8 recording studios right here, man.
I thought you were going Samsung. That was my previous guess. Maybe you need see the Samsung. There, the batteries die out if you're not taking care of them. All right, Brad, we're going to wrap it up. Anybody you want to say hello to?
I want to say hello to my sister, Amy Crawford, who got mad at me the last time that I didn't say hi to her.
I saw that I saw that on the Facebook.
Jeez,
good
man,
call.
I thought she was gonna,
jump through the screen.
Then, my mom, Jude. Oh, Judy St. Jude Kleinschmidt, love you. And I think those are the two right now.
Good call. Good call. Yeah. A lot of people just stutter and say, well played. That's what you get when you get a three-peat guest on. He knows just the damn right thing to say. All right, Brad. I'm going to drop you off with that. Let me see where we're at here. Thanks for joining us for number 3. Hopefully we can get you back on number 4.
Absolutely.
All right, bye now.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks. All right, that was Brad Kleinschmidt, 3-time guest joining us live, episode number 41. All right, and with that, let me turn up a little bit of background music. We will be going to a 2-day-a-week schedule next week. Big programming announcement right there. You heard it here first on episode 41. So in order to accommodate a 2-day schedule, we're going to do a Tuesday, and then we're going to do a Thursday. And we're going to see how that goes. We may run a little bit longer. We may squeeze another guest in occasionally, but we're going to stick to its same general format, dropping it to 2 days. That's to accommodate ever-increasing work schedule as the economy begins to open back up again, and some additional home projects like painting that I need to get done around here. So it's been fun this week. Everybody enjoy the weekend. Be safe. We'll see you back for episode number 42. Again, episode number 42 will be next Tuesday. Anybody from the Outback Trail crew that's watching, we'll see you tomorrow morning out at the trail work day, Imagination Glen Park in Portage. Outback Trail crew, Outback Trail improvement session. Take care. Until then, be safe.